order here, but Alpha Academy versus American Made Tornado Tag Match. I think before this they did have a Wyatt promo, Bo Dallas Wyatt promo. Basically, same ramblings of a madman stuff. Cryptic Wyatt promo. More or less, I think the promo, the point of the promo was to, I guess show that Bo's purpose is more or less to continue Bray's work, whatever the work is, I assume, in storyline is what I'm questioning, because obviously in real life continuing his work means continuing his storyline and his legacy, more or less, but it's basically a double entendre, I believe, of in storyline continuing his work means continuing his cult teachings or whatever the fuck, wherever the fuck Bray was going with his whole thing. But yeah, as far as, cryptic Wyatt promos, if you want breakdowns, I don't do that. Go watch Wrestling Days. He's the Wyatt breakdown, cryptic Wyatt promo breakdown guy. He's really made a niche for himself. I'm not going after Wrestling Days. I know I brought him up twice here. I actually love the guy. Shout outs to Wrestling Days. That was a legit promo. But yeah, we get into then Alpha Academy versus American Made Tornado Tag. Before this, there is a little backstage promo interaction between Ivy Nile and Maxine of the Alpha Academy, where Ivy Nile basically gives her, extends her the offer of like, hey, I don't know about the other two guys, but maybe I could talk to Chad, get you in, which, probably wasn't going to happen. But Maxine, very strong, taking her strong stance. I'm staying with my family. Again, very, very, very strategic with how they're using that word, family. So I think there's definitely a continuation, because Chad Gable also cut a promo before the match actually happened, where he was at the Olympics, where he says he's there recruiting. So even Michael Cole, because I thought this immediately, is he bringing in a new member of his crew? I thought maybe Gable Stevens, because Gable Stevens has been sort of doing dark matches and kind of been sidelined. So I don't think his growth has been how they wanted it to be, but maybe stick him in that group, see what happens. But yeah, Chad Gable cut his promo, and he even says he's not done with the Wyatts. Obviously, he lost, but he's not done with the Wyatts. So this whole thing of Alpha Academy, Wyatt family, or Wyatt 6, and Chad Gable and American Made, it's all still, it's all still going. All the hooks are still in the water. I still stand by that this isn't the end of Alpha Academy and Chad Gable. I won't go into my explanation. I've done it way too many times. Go listen to my past videos on all of that. That's how you got to start promoting. But yeah, basically says he's not done with the Wyatt 6, and that story will continue between Chad Gable, American Made, and the Wyatt 6 and Alpha Academy is my theory. But yeah, they basically had a match, a tornado tag. I was more or less bored through most of it. There was basically the end kind of picked up a lot, where it started to feel like, holy shit, this is like something special for a second. But yeah. Basically, there's this huge superplex where Otis fucking lands on the top of his head, more or less. I thought, he was actually injured, but, Otis seems to be a fucking tough dude, durable guy. And then right after, Tozawa goes for the senton and lands right on Otis. So he takes a double stiff shot. But yeah, the Creed brothers basically win the match after Ivy Nile attacks Maxine outside. Which, you know, you kind of saw coming after their little promo, their little backstage promo, where Maxine turned her down. You could tell Ivy Nile was a little put off by that. So yeah, that's all still continuing, more or less, just continuation of that storyline. It was all right. It was an all right match. I always like tornado tags over regular tag matches, but I feel like this match was a little like lackluster, I guess. It didn't really pick up until the end of the match. And a lot of that was because of there was the botches. But they were kind of cool botches. They weren't like, they didn't fuck up the match or take me out of the, you know, suspension of disbelief. They were Otis actually, you know, kind of getting hurt. So you know, so segment, so match.